What's up guys, it's Alexis back again with another video, and today I wanted to talk about my basic training experience and kind of just like BMT through the weeks. So if you are interested, be sure to keep on watching. The heck, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay y'all, so I wanted to start off just from like 0 week all the way up to graduation week. And so I have some notes made just in case like I get off track and everything like that. This is River, by the way. I have a puppy. She's a black lab and pit bull mix. So she might be like roaming around in the video, so I'll apologize for that. I will try and stay focused. But anyway, so going on, with 0 week all the way up to graduation week, kind of what to expect your 0 week. So that's pretty much when you get prepared for basic training, and just like there's a lot of like in processing stuff that you have to do, just like with immunizations and like your first week briefings and like actually getting your bag issue and stuff like that. So whenever you first get there, the way that I got there was through a bus, and they took us to like the PRC, which is like the main building that like you'll go through, and like that's when they first like assign you to your flights and stuff. I was kind of a little special because I was in band flight, so I had to wait until like the last group of like kids came. I shouldn't say kids, but like recruits came, so I had to wait until like super late. But pretty much during like 0 week they get you prepared for basic training, like I said before. But there's just a lot of stuff going on. You're like, you know, trying to get along with the people in your flight, and it's kind of hard. Like at least it was for like the female flights. Like in my flight it was kind of crazy. But yeah, so getting along with that, meeting your MTIs, figuring out like what you need to do through basic training. You also get your initial phone call like on the 3rd day. And so that phone call, you pretty much just like call your parents or like your spouse or whoever, tell them like, you know, you got to basic training safe, and that like this is the address that you can mail at and everything like that. So going on, you start PT later in the week, so you don't start PT like right off the bat. They kind of want to like ease you into it, just so you don't get injured or anything like that, because some people when they go to basic training, like some of them have never like ran like consistently or anything like that, so they just kind of want to like get you into it. So moving along, you have first week. So first week is whenever your classes and like your PT, like your initial PT tests start. It's pretty much just to like gauge like where you are. And then for the classes, there's a lot of classes in basic training. Like I didn't think it was gonna be like just classes, but most of the time it is just classes. Most of them are like finance classes, or like just like sexual assault classes, like stuff like that, and just like the military and like the US Air Force's history and stuff like that. So moving on, in first week you also are introduced to EC shifts. So EC stands for entry controller, and it's pretty much like how it sounds. You are like the guardians of the door or whatever, or of the dormitory, and you have to pretty much like see like who can come into the dorm and stuff. And when you're first starting out, it seems a little scary because there's certain like reporting statements that you have to give and stuff, but it's not that bad towards the end. Like it's pretty chill. But what sucks though is it goes into the night, so you can have like a 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. like shift, and those are not the best because like you're already tired in BMT and then you have EC shifts. So it just kind of like adds to like the military-esque like attention to detail type lifestyle pretty much. You get more immunizations during first week, and then you also start your flight and individual drill. So drill is just kind of like your facing movements and stuff, and like your marching, and that's pretty much where they like start to teach you, you know, how to march as a flight, how to like, you know, be clean cut and like precise and stuff like that. So you also, oh, another thing too, so during the weeks, on Sundays, your MTIs are not going to be there, or at least that's how it was when I went. I went pre-COVID though. I went this past January. But anyway, on Sundays you have church service and stuff, and you get to go to them. If you're wondering about church service, like I can definitely answer some questions down in the comments and stuff like that. But anyway, so sorry about that. Moving on to second week. So second week, it's more like classes and stuff that you're taking. You're literally in classes like 24/7. And then you start open ranks. Open ranks is just kind of like a test for like your drill and stuff, with like how you look, and then like how, you know, how quick you are to like the movements and stuff that they call. You also have PCs. So PCs are progress checks. And that's like on your recruit living area and your personal living area. So in BMT, everything has to be a certain way. Everything has to, you know, has a spot and the way that it's supposed to be, and they'll teach you like how to do all that stuff. They'll literally like set you up for success. It's just you have to take on, you know, everything that they say and try to do the best that you can. But yeah, so they're pretty much, those are just kind of like inspections on your area. So like your drawers and stuff, just with how your clothes are folded, and if there's any strings on your uniforms and stuff like that. And then you continue to do PT. You have PT every day except Sunday. PT is either a run day or a strength day, so they alternate in between. So yeah. Moving on to third week, that is when you get your second issue clothing for your blues, which is your like dress uniform and stuff. So that's super nice. And then also during third week, you actually get your name tapes. So your name tapes are the ones that are like on your OCPs. So that's the one, you know, on the left side it says US Air Force, and then on the right side it says like your last name and stuff. And so whenever you get that, it feels like very surreal, because you're like, wow, like it's starting to feel real, like I got my name on my uniform. So it's pretty cool. And then moving along, you do a PT appraisal. So that's pretty much to gauge like where you are from where you started from first week. And oh, that was really loud, that scared me. But that's pretty much just to gauge like where you are and like how you're doing. And if you need to do River, stop, come here, come here, here, calm down. Okay, but anyways, pretty much that's just to gauge like if you need to do like remedial PT and stuff like that after PT, and everything like that. But most of the time everyone's in like super good shape at this point. Like all the sugar and stuff that you used to eat is like out of your system, and you work out every day, so you're like literally in the best shape of your life in BMT. But anyway, so moving along, fourth week, it's pretty much just the same old stuff. You have drill, you have details, you have your classes, you also get a base liberty. So base liberty is like, it depends on what your MTIs put it as, but sometimes like it could be like 2 hours. I think it could be like, I don't know what time it's supposed to be up to, but pretty much you're allowed to like do whatever, like with your wingman, like you can go bowling or go to the BX. It's just kind of like a little bit of a break from everything that you've been, you know, doing in BMT, because it does get stressful sometimes during BMT, but that's what you're there for. Like you're supposed to, you know, build character, build yourself up, be a better person, and everything like that. And they pretty much break you down just to build you back up through BMT. Come here. Come here. Stop barking. Come here. Stop barking. Stop barking. Stop barking. Okay, so anyway, moving along. Fifth week, you literally, it's like the same stuff. You have your classes, PT, you actually like are preparing for sixth week during fifth week. So sixth week is your final PT, final written exam, and your drill. And you also do the gas chamber, which is so much fun. Like it sounds super scary, I know, like whenever I was thinking about it, I was like, oh my gosh, like the gas chamber, that's crazy. No, it's so much fun. And like you also have, I made a lot of like really good friends throughout BMT, and like they made it like a lot better because everyone's going through the same stuff, I guess. And so yeah, the gas chamber was a lot of fun. Sounds super scary, but it wasn't even that bad. So moving on to 7th week, which is Beast Week. So Beast is Basic Expeditionary Airman Skills Training. So you pretty much do a lot of like outside stuff, like a lot of like combatives, you do CADM, you do an obstacle course, best procedures, you're in like mob level 4 gear, like felt to me like we were in that like all the time. And the way that the meals work is you have 2 MREs. So one is for breakfast and then one is for lunch, and then you have a hot meal at the end of the day. And the hot meals were just amazing because you'd be so hungry. And MREs, I don't know if y'all have ever had them, but they're not the best. I mean, some of them are okay, like the chili mac one is good. I'm trying to think, I like the spaghetti one, that spaghetti one's good, but like other than that it's kind of gross. Most of the time like the heating packs for the MREs, like for me at least, didn't work. And then during Beast you didn't have time to heat up your food like at all, so it was just like cold chili, like cold spaghetti, and like they had like tuna I think for one. But yeah, so you eat 2 MREs, breakfast, lunch, and then a hot dinner, which was super nice. And then moving on, you are at graduation week. So graduation week is 8th week. Congratulations, you have made it through. And you pretty much are on track to become an airman. So I think graduation starts on like a Thursday, and that's when you do the airman's run, and that's whenever you first see like a bunch of people like in the stadium and stuff. And that's when you get your first glimpse of like your family and stuff like that. And then after that you'll like go change, take a shower and stuff, and then you'll do the airman's coin ceremony, and that's when you receive your airman's coin. See if this will focus this. Let's see, there we go. So this is what the coin looks like and everything. But yeah, so you'll receive the coin, and then that's when you get, like afterwards, you get to spend time like with your family. There's like a tap out ceremony, so like someone, you can't move. I think you're standing at parade rest, I'm sorry. You're staying at parade rest and someone has to come up and touch you, and then like you can hug them, and like that's just like the best feeling ever. And then like the next day or after that you can pretty much hang out with your family and stuff, and like show them around the dorm and everything like that, and what BMT was like for you. Moving on, I think that day it was supposed to be a base liberty. I don't think you're allowed to go off base, but on that next day that's when you have parade. And so parade is when you officially become an airman. And so even though you have a coin and everything and you've seen your family, parade is when you officially like swear in, say like, you know, I can't really remember what they say, but that's when you become an actual airman. And I think that's either a base liberty or a town pass. I think it's at your MTI's like discretion. And then on Saturday it's like the same thing. Base liberty or town pass, it depends on your MTI. But you're not allowed to stay overnight at all, like during any of those days. Like you always have to come back to the dorm. And then on Sunday it's also up to the MTI if you get a town pass or a base liberty. So yeah, and on that last day it's a very, very sad day because you've been with these like, you know, groups of girls or groups of guys for like a long time, and like y'all have like worked so hard to be where you're at, and like you've seen each other at y'all's lows and at y'all's highs, and it's really sad that night, on that Sunday night, because that's when people start leaving to go to tech school and stuff, and that's when you say your goodbyes. And for me, I like did not sleep, I want to say, on that Sunday, because like all my friends were leaving, and thankfully I made like 2 really good best friends, Landtrip and Castillo, and Landtrip actually went to tech school with me, so that was super nice that like I still had her. But it was really sad saying goodbye to like Castillo and stuff, because she had been with me since like the beginning. Like I met her at the USO, we were in the same flight, like anyway. So you make a lot of good friends. There's a lot of tears that happen that day, and I mean throughout all of basic training, like every Sunday church service, like I would be crying, but they're good cries though. It's not like, oh, I miss home and stuff. It's like you realize that, you know, you're becoming and growing into like a beautiful person, and that you're a lot stronger than you were before. And I don't know, BMT was like super life-changing for me. I'm so glad that I enlisted. Like it's kind of wild to think, but anyway, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope to make this kind of like a mini series, just talking about, you know, how to mail letters, what I pack for BMT, like if you need a fun tutorial on like how to do your hair, or anything like that. I'm definitely like so open to it. Just please leave like video like questions and stuff, or like if you want me to do any, please request them like in the comments. I would love the feedback, especially since I'm first now like starting back, and like I really want to like continue like with my YouTube like career and stuff. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. That would help me out so much. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.